Hi, I'm Neil Watson. I'm the CEO of 2420 Play. We recently launched our social singing game called Enjoy Karaoke onto Facebook, and we're just about to launch a brand new feature called Sing Battle, and which will be followed very closely by a mobile and tablet release. So my background really is in entertainment. I also worked a lot in technology and digital and the mobile space, and had some time working also with young startup businesses via venture capital companies who'd invested in those businesses. I always had a plan to sort of set up my own business and do something with entertainment using the skill sets I'd learned over 12 plus years. And working with our creative and development director, well, he's now our creative and development director. At the time, a friend of mine who we've been talking about a new idea for a social game called Enjoy Karaoke. When we first started talking about going in to invest, we were told a little bit about the process and how it worked and what we'd need to do. Julian Hare was appointed as our investment manager, and he would sort of help us and take a look at our business case, and also help us with the business case actually before we even invested, so that we were prepared to go into the meeting and present the case. We had the right financials in place, the right accounting structures in the way we did it. That was great because he was a trained accountant, he had a lot of experience, he'd been in businesses before, and he was able to give us really straightforward advice on how we could prepare our pitch and actually make it and actually complete it, because there are also lots of points which, when you're preparing something in a new project, you get so engrossed in it, sometimes you don't think about every single aspect. So it's fantastic to have someone who can kind of come along and say, well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And also they've been there, or they've had that experience before in some sense. And also just the skill set, from a financial point of view, takes it beyond your own knowledge. So that was very helpful. Actually, the longest part of the process for us was going from first meeting CAF through to when we actually went to that pitch meeting. The process actually after the pitch meeting, it was very quick. They kind of made a decision very quickly, and we moved towards signing the agreement very quickly as well. There's obviously a little bit of to and froing with as there is with any legal agreement, but we'd already seen some of that before we went in. Everything was very well prepared. I think we were very well prepared, they were very well prepared. So when we went on that pitch day, everything was kind of in place already, bar a few little things here and there. So once all the questions were answered, everyone was happy to move forward, it was very easy to sort of set up that next meeting, which was, I think it was literally a month later. And we all went up there, a couple of our board members and ourselves, we all went up there, and it was a very painless process. But I think, like I say, it comes down again to preparation. Just both sides were prepared all the way along, and I think that really helps. The key thing is making sure that you have an investment partner that understands where you're coming from, and while it's important that there are some restraints around making sure you do those monthly meetings, you do those monthly reports, it's great to also have the freedom to run your business, because there's no one better to run the business than the management themselves and the people who've got the passion, who believe in it. And it's great, but you at the same time want that support as well from the likes of CAF. So it is all about getting the right investors, and it definitely felt that way for us. The whole process felt we were comfortable. I think that's the key thing. We were comfortable that there was an investment. When the investment went forward, we'd receive money, but we would also have very simple structures to apply to standard things. We wouldn't be having them breathing down our necks all the time, but they were always there if we needed them, and that was very important.